everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Deann, and this is Deann Shield Maiden Tarot, and today we're doing paranormal talk. We started doing this on Fridays because, we need a break from the politics, and it's kind of nice to be able to have some time to talk about supernatural and paranormal stuff. So today I got with me two great people. I've got Tanya Stingley and I've got Jen Bushman. Jen Bushman, she is like the crystal lady. She knows everything about crystals. She's a genius, and at least I think so. So, hi, Christine. Hi, Jen. Hi, Maggie. Thank you for coming, Kathy G. So before we get started, we decided you guys have been putting down what you want us to talk about. And one of the things, last week we did mermaids, we've done the ice wall, we've done all kinds of different ones, ghosts, spirits. Today we're going to do shifting timelines. And if we have time, we'll do time travel and talk about that. Or we can go back and forth. It don't matter. There's no rules on Friday. So anyway, Jen, tell them a little bit about your channel. If anybody doesn't know you here, but they probably do, but your channel and what you do and all that stuff.
Hi, I'm Jen Bushman. I'm a psychic and a healer, a visionary healer. I'm into soul contracts, dimensions. I have my two guides here, Pink and Courtney, that advise me, but I have a bigger bench, but I pretty much call on Pink and Courtney. I read tarot cards, but I teach classes on dimensions, soul contracts, crystals. I have a big crystals shop. I have over 2,000 items in my shop. So my web address is jenbushman.com. But I love all things spirit. I've been a channeler for quite a while, and ever since I was a kid, I've had some pretty intense paranormal experiences, starting when I was about 3 years old. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and
I am too, and I knew you'd be the one to be here. I knew that you'd have some input on this stuff, and I'm just learning and reading about it. But it's fun to talk about it and learn. Okay, and Tanya, you go ahead and tell them about your channel real quick while we're waiting for people to get here.
Hello. I am Tanya Stingley from my channel is Tea Time with Tanya. I am a psychic. I am a medium. I think I'm more of a medium than anything else. I am a tarot reader as well. I do political. I don't like to do political readings, but I do them. And I do personal readings, and I make sachets and room sprays and bath bombs. And I have a show on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on YouTube, Tea Time with Tanya, at 10:10 on Monday and Wednesday, and 11:11 on Friday. And everyone is free. In fact, I don't watch television or anything like that, so my channel is all viewer driven. I only answer questions that you ask. So, and everything is ice cold readings.
Yes, and it's fun. I love her channel, and she does make the best sachets. I've gotten one. I have it in my pillow. I love it. And I'm Deann. I do political readings. I do personal readings. I do paranormal. I love paranormal. And I also just opened a little business called Manifest Oils. And what we're talking about today, shifting timelines, kind of goes right along with it. I make little oils that you use as a tool to help you manifest your goals and your dreams. And so when we get all done, if you're interested, I've got it in the description box, the link. It's mymanifestshop.com. And we got a new one out today. It's Luck and Money. And we also had a new one out a couple weeks ago, Psychic Enhancement. So you can check down there or look at mymanifest.com. So we got that out of the way, you guys. So I just wanted to show a little bit about, I've got a couple videos to show you. I want to see who's all here. Hi, Fatima. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Sheer Bear. I always want to say hi to you, Tanya. Now, I want to tell you now, Tanya's typing hello to you all. I'm not good at typing in the chat, so y'all forgive me because it's hard for me to keep up with doing them. I'm going to try to share some videos, and I'm new to this, so you guys be patient with me. So I'm going to share a couple ones on shifting timelines, and then we're going to talk about it and see what we all think. Okay, so let's see if I can do this now. Okay. All right.
Ooh.
You have
Whoa.
shift within your reality because your energy is ascending to a higher timeline. There exists a magnitude of infinite possibilities based on the choices that you make that will affect the reality that you exist in. With 2023 adding up to the number 7 in numerology, last year you were very focused on your spiritual well-being and elevation. That is the main reason why your energy has shifted and you just can't put your finger on what's different. The choices that you made affected the multiverse and allowed you to step into a higher timeline. This is why you may notice people ghosting you or coming back into your life. Or you felt as if your mind just shifted and now you're able to think in a different manner. Or you begin to notice little changes in your appearance that weren't there before. You gotta pay attention to the synchronicity the universe will tell you when putting you in alignment. There is no such thing as coincidences, and these are all signs that you've shifted your timeline. You have been experiencing.
So, did I do it, you guys?
Yes,
all
you
right.
did.
Ha-ha. Okay, I got another one here. I got a couple more real quick to show you, share with you. And let's see here, share screen, and let's see here. Let me see. Okay. See if I can get it. Let's see. Let's see if this comes up.
How do you know if you shift the timeline? First symptom, it could be feeling a little bit sick. You can experience sickness like headaches or feeling sick in your stomach or your body shaking, a bunch of physical illness that are just an adaptation to change on your vibrations. You may even find some physical difference in yourself, like birthmark or different shades of hairs. And you know, because this is happening from yesterday to today, pretty much, very, very fast. Some people can literally disappear from the face of Earth. Like literally, they're not there anymore. I haven't seen this person anymore, or this person hasn't messaged me anymore. What happened? Yeah, that happened. It stayed behind in another timeline. You may see this person again, but you may notice this person may be a little bit different. But for some people, you may not see them forever, like for real. Some people, they used to love you, now they hate you for some weird reason. Some people, they used to love you so much, now they are your best friends. You may experience a period of depression and a period of addiction. This is part of purging of trauma and low vibration. If this is you, ask for help, please. But the most cool things that you can experience is connecting to different timelines. Because when a timelines happen, something in the vibrational field of the earth, or I don't understand this very well either, in scientific words, I understand the spiritual word, but something happened and it is like different timeline are open for you to explore. You can do this by meditation. If you are somebody who's very connected with the spiritual realm, you have the ability to connect with other timeline by observing the actual reality where you're at. I give you an example. So today I was waiting in line on a traffic light and there was a teenager with a backpack. I stared at the backpack and somehow I was in my high school. And I wasn't just in high school. I felt the emotion that I was feeling back then. I felt it in my skin and in my bone and even in the smell of the air. So this is the time to explore. So exciting. This is the time to manifest too. So don't miss this opportunity. The universe is supporting light workers right now and people who are in the spiritual path. So please get this opportunity.
Okay.
How do you know if you shift the time.
All right. I got some more, but I'll stop that one there for now. So did it play okay?
Yes.
I'm getting the hang of it, you guys. So what do you guys think about that? Have you guys experienced or learned anything yourselves about shifting timelines? To me, what I'm understanding is, and tell me if you guys feel I'm wrong, it's kind of like if I sit there and I say, like there's several different things that can happen in your life. You can be several different versions of you. And if I sit there and say, I'm poor, I have nothing, I'm depressed, and I just meditate on that and think on that, then that is what I'll be. But if I sit there maybe and meditate and think I'm rich, I'm healthy, and like anything I want to be, that is, I think on that, believe on that, picture that you can start to make that timeline happen and split into that. So is that what they are talking about with the timelines? Plus there's some other things too, me and Tanya talked about before.
So this is to me. Okay.
Oh, either one. Don't matter. Whoever wants to talk.
Okay. Well, there's all kinds of thought out there about timelines. And so, listening to them, I don't know. I mean, we can manifest, we can shift our reality if we change our relationship with our aspects. And that's what multidimensional channeling is. So for what they were saying, I didn't quite understand what they were saying.
Well, I know there was one time me and Tanya, we were talking about, they had said, we were talking about the movie Shazam that Sinbad was in. And they said that had never existed, was never there. People have the movie. We watched it. Then they said things like Curious George never had a tail. Everybody in our generation remembers him having a tail.
He's a monkey.
Yeah. It's Bernstein Bears spelled differently. And we all remember that. Monopoly Man had the monocle. They say that never happened. We know it did. Who is it? Nelson Mandela. You watched his funeral.
Yes.
Yeah. You remember Nelson Mandela dying too?
Do I? Yes.
I remember Winnie Mandela walking behind
behind.
It blew my mind. And in 2012, something happened to us in 2012. I think that's where we had a fractured timeline. And we are like surfing out here. And that's also when CERN did what CERN did. The Mayan calendar ended. And everything just was wrong, but it didn't seem like it was wrong until for me, until 2017 is when I was like, the world has gone crazy.
Yes, like you're in the Twilight Zone.
2016, when Trump was running for president, that is when the timeline, it's like everything that was normal was odd now. And that's when the lies became the truth and we lived in this alternate reality. That was 2016.
Yeah. I've noticed that too. People that I was really close to, that I was friends with, and I still care about them, but it's like we don't connect like we used to. We're like a different wavelength. And other people that I would have never connected with back then, I'm now connected to. It's like it just seems like everything has changed since the pandemic and all the other stuff. It just seemed like I told my husband that I feel like we're in the Twilight Zone. I feel like we're in another almost dimension, And they talk about people going from the third to the fourth to the fifth dimension. Now, I don't quite understand all that. They say you can exist in two different dimensions. The people on the third dimension, maybe a lower vibration, and the people on the fourth and fifth, a higher vibration. Do either of you guys understand any of that?
We
Or you in
shift
the chat?
timelines all the time. We do live in multiple dimensions. We are multiple dimension people. When we sleep at night, most of us, well, not most of us, that is not true. Some of us, if you know how to astral project, if you travel in your dreams, you are leaving your this reality and you are going to another reality that is not not this one. So if that's a time shift, I would say that yes, we control a lot. We control a lot of what happens to us by what we believe, by what we speak out loud, and by what we're afraid of. So
Yeah. Yeah. I just wonder though, like, how can that be? You know, what is it? I used to think, are they making us feel crazy that these things never happened, that we remembered happening? Or is it that they believe a certain way and are they in a different timeline? Because it's
no,
real to them that this never happened. They're
time
saying it never
travel exists. People have gone back and changed subtle things, and things are changing right before our eyes right now. A couple of years ago, the chase sign changed. Y'all remember that? The chase sign changed from blue to white. It's blue again.
Jiffy peanut butter changed. They said that never
I'm
was.
talking about in the last 10 years, in the last 5 years. I'm
Oh,
talking
okay.
about Mandela effects that have happened right before our eyes. And
Mm-hmm.
the chase sign is the biggest one. And you have to, somebody in the chat said it. We have been programmed to have very short, we have been programmed to forget. We have
That's
been
what Holly said.
programmed to just have our discs wiped clean. Some of us can hold on to that, which is the Mandela effect. We're like, no, this is not right. And other people will fight you and say, no, it's always been this way. We are being manipulated. This whole reality that we live in, this matrix reality, and this is my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
this is a program. And I think when you understand that it is a program and you see beyond the politics, beyond the trickery that they're doing to try to keep people enslaved, I think when you finally get out of it and you see it, you're not in it, you're above it. I think once you see it, you can't forget, you can't go back, and your reality changes at that point. And we in the spirit realm call that ascension. You have ascended from the 3D into the fourth dimension to where you are not being controlled by those low vibrations, those low frequencies.
Do you think that's kind of like what they talk about when they say, oh, they don't want us to be woke? Don't be woke. It's like be asleep,
Yes.
that why would you not want to be woke? Woke means aware of what's going on. And so that kind of was weird to me. Holly says, as soon as we realize that we're living 1 minute to the next, we have been trained to forget. So yeah, the Mandela thing, I just don't know how they could get away with him being dead and then being back alive.
And then became president and then died again. The man died twice.
Yeah. Oh, Tanya, Hilda Flores says she just subscribed to your channel.
Thank you, Hilda.
Yeah.
Let me say this because this was, and you probably didn't see it. I hope I don't step on your toes, but somebody asked to say hi to their grandma. So, hi, enormous stits. Hello. Oh, that's a bad one. That was the bad one. That's a trick. It's a trick. They just made me say hi, enormous tits. Good one. Whoever got me, bravo. I like it. I like it.
I didn't see it, so I didn't know what it was. Dennis said, well, the ETs help in destroying the large and small hadron colanders. Do you know what that is, either one of you guys? A hadron colanders?
Oh, the Hadron Collider. That's CERN.
Thank you. I know I was mispronouncing. I didn't know what it was.
That's CERN. That's the CERN, the Large Hadron Collider.
Yeah. So what is that?
That's where they're smashing particles and trying to create a black hole.
Really?
It's in Iceland.
Oh, it
And you
is.
wonder why the whole continent is about to become a lake of liquid magma.
Well, we were talking, Jen, a while back.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, we were talking about the ice wall and how they're seeing animals we've never seen before and creatures we've never seen before since then. Jenny says, are the ETs going to hinder the Russian missiles on satellites?
Yes.
Think so?
Yes, they are.
All right.
Absolutely.
I had no
And they
idea
have
that
been.
was going on.
They've done a lot of intervention with their program. So, it's been in existence for a long time, Jenny Baez, what the Russians are doing with this whole. We have quite a satellite network ourselves with a missile system. So does Russia. So does China. It's been in existence for a long time. Trump couldn't come out with it. Remember when he talked about the Space Force?
Yes.
That's what that was about, you guys. I know it's weird. But
really?
Don't worry, sweetie, because remember, when you start messing with the molecular configuration of the universe, when they start dealing with the atom at that level, there's a lot of intervention that happens with our faraway friends.
Dennis says it was made to smash atoms in the universe to create another universe.
They're doing that. That's a hypothesis about Mars and being able to sustain human life there. They need to set off a whole bunch of nuclear bombs, and it'll change the atmosphere.
Wow.
Yeah.
Haven't they even been doing
That doesn't even make any sense.
What, sweetie? What, Keaton?
For them to nuke Mars to create a different atmosphere. It's too close to the sun, number one. So the whole thing is, and to nuke it, there is life on Mars. There is evidence of life on Mars. They just don't live on the surface.
Well, Tanya, they're talking about it so that humans, we can live there. It will change the atmosphere so that we, as humans, they want to shuttle them. Yeah.
So that we can go and colonize and eradicate another group of people the same way we took over this planet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are they planning, is it just the rich people that will get to go there, or do they care about anybody else? Is it just?
Oh no, it'll be the poorest of the poor to go first. Somebody's got to build it. And those people who build it have got to die. So the first people that go are going to be the poorest, the migrants, the throwaway people. They'll get paid enormous amounts of money to go and die, to build a new civilization and perish before they ever get to live in it.
Yeah, well, we've done things like that here on Earth, in the past.
Exactly what we did here.
So I've got a couple more little things to show you guys and see what you think. Okay, let's see if I can get it here. All righty, hold on. It's not that one. Hold on. Timeline. Let me see. Okay, this is about time travel.
Cool.
Is this actual proof that time travel is already possible? In 2006, a man named Sergei Ponomarenko appeared out of nowhere. He claimed that while down the street, a flash of light transported him to this location. Obviously, the police thought he was crazy, but when they asked to see his ID, everything seemed to check out, except that the ID was issued from a country that no longer existed, the Soviet Union. When asked about where he really came from, he simply said, "It might be better to look at the photos from my camera." This is where things got weird, because the film on his camera once developed showed Sergei with a girl in front of buildings from the past that didn't exist anymore. Even though Sergei mysteriously vanished from his holding cell 4 days later, official records showed a Sergei Ponomarenko who was reported missing in the 1960s. And when the authorities tracked down the lady in the photo, who was now 70 years old, she simply said, "Sergei, I haven't seen him since 1958. So, is this actual proof that..."
Okay, so that was one of them. And get this off of here for a second. I got more, but what do you think about that? I have heard other things like that. There was a man who he was in a crowd and he had like a t-shirt and a modern day camera. They took a picture of it. It was like in the 20s, looked like maybe even through, and he did not belong there. He obviously did not belong there. So, and there's been another incident where somebody went to the airport and they said they were from Tanzania, whatever. I can't think of the name. It was like another place that they'd never heard of, a country that doesn't exist here. And he kept saying he was, and they looked at his ID. The ID proved that it said he was from there, and he ended up disappearing. But there's just, they said there, I looked and it said, as far as time travel, it says, rewrite the story of who you want to be in the, oh, wait, hold on. Is this the one I wanted to read you? Okay. So it's possible to travel time. Rewrite the story of who you want to be in the present moment and shift into that timeline. The highest timeline is choosing to love yourself unconditionally. Show up. Okay, that I didn't want to read. Okay, so anyway, I'm trying to find this thing. Here it is. According to Stephen Hawking, time travel is possible, and not just in the way we might think. Backwards time travel is not supported by Hawking's theories because new matter, a new you, would need to be created, one existing in the past and one existing in the present. So they're saying that you can time travel forward because you go faster. I have a video where they said when your baby's born, if you set your watch and have a watch for that baby and they both are in perfect working order, 20, 30 years from now, depending on where you went and here and there in the world, your time on your watches will be different. And there was a whole little thing I'll show you on that. But talking about we experience time different between where we go and different things like that. But I think they have time machines to go in the future. I've got videos.
It's not even a machine. It's weird. It's not a machine. There are portals around the world. People know where they are, know when they're active, and can walk through them. And the United States government knows how to control a whole lot of stuff. But there are people who have knowledge of how to travel between times. They're changing. I mean, literally, they're really changing our history right before our eyes. So I kind of disagree with Stephen Hawking, even though I am nowhere near his intelligence. However, you would have to convince me so much that they have not gone back to subtly change things to change the narrative of what's happening now. It may not be distant backwards travel, but I do believe backwards travel is possible.
There was some people who said, and I'm not saying this is true, guys, okay? I'm just repeating something I heard, that Donald Trump was a time traveler, that because they had something about things that his uncle, the one he always talks about, the uncle that was a genius, and he thinks because I was related to him, the genius blood runs through me. His uncle must have been into this thing. They said he time traveled, and there is a book that says Baron Trump's adventure in the time machine and all this stuff. And anyway, and this was in the 1800s, that this book, but there was certain things that were brought back. I couldn't find that dang video, but they were talking about that, and that the presidents, I know we still got to vote, because who knows if this is true, but they say sometimes they know ahead of time, things like that. So I don't know. It's just crazy stuff. I want to see if I can find that one other video to show you guys. Hold on here. That's okay. Did I do this one? I think let me see if this is the one I did. I might have done that one. Hold on. Is this the one we did?
Time travel is already possible. In 2000,
Yeah, I did that one. Hold on. Let me just see which one I wanted to do. Stop screen. I'm learning, guys. This is my first time trying to do this by myself. Okay,
That's
so
really cool that you do
You're
that.
doing good.
Very
some
good.
of them kind of disappeared on me. Timeline jumping explained. Well, what's this? Let's see what this is.
Timeline jumping in 60 seconds or less. What is timeline jumping? Timeline jumping is when you see yourself in a certain place. So let's say you have a dream, a vision in your meditation, something like that. You see yourself in a different place, in a place that is different from where you are right now. So for example, you see yourself with the house, car, spouse, the kids, everything in which you want. And so what happens now, you start to feel into that reality. You start to say, I want that. There are different ways in which you can go about getting that. So you can go about it through the traditional ways in which we've learned hard work. You continue to work hard and work towards your goal and make that happen. That's one way. Other way in which you can go about that is through meditation and visualization and sitting with that reality, sitting with it up here and aligning with it, but also doing things in your physical life to get you closer to there. Let me know if you want more about
Okay, that wasn't the one I wanted, but let me see what else I can find here real quick. And I can't, I'm looking for my ones on the time travel one that I thought was interesting if I didn't lose them. Timeline jumping, and I did that one. Have you ever found? Okay. Did that one. That one. That one. That one. Huh. Some of them disappeared on me. Oh, well, they were just different ones I had on timeline. There was one guy who said he was part of a government experience. Okay, I want to get rid of that. Okay. He was part of a government experiment on time travel and stuff like that. And I was watching some of these videos. I didn't think I'd have time to get them all, but they were talking about people who have traveled from 2036 and come back to tell us all the different things that are going to happen now. And there was another one. They had this guy. I don't know if you saw him. He said he had time traveled. He said he was part of a government experience and he can't get back. And he shows himself and there's nobody there. And he goes to different towns, different banks, different malls, have you guys seen him? He goes all over and he cannot, he's proven it. I mean, they're tricking him. It's like, okay, go to the bank, go to the library, and he goes to all these places and there's nobody there. And he's stuck in this time and he says, nobody's there. He can't get back. They can't get him back. He was able to record himself. And I wish I could have found that. I'll get that for next time. But I was just wondering, do you think it's possible, Jen, to go forward in time or go back in time with your ETs if they told you? And how would you have they told you anything about that?
Yes, that it's matching frequency. So we travel in Merkabahs in the ninth dimension, like Tanya was talking about traveling. That's how it happens. It's in the ninth dimension. So we use the ninth dimension. We exist in many dimensions at one time. We are in the third dimension here. The fourth dimension, we don't really want to talk about. Fifth dimension is the place of our crossed over loved ones. It's where we go when we die. We go to the fifth. It's like a hologram of who we are in the third. Sixth dimension is about the circle. Seventh dimension is about the square. Eighth dimension, that's where the Akashic records reside. And so what happens, it's the place of the triangle in the eighth dimension. It begins to spin in opposite directions. That's the ninth dimension, and we travel. People who learn about the dimensions, and we will learn this, yes, we will learn this as we open up to learning about dimensions. we've kind of have stopped, like I hear people say, we're in the third, we're trying to get to the fourth, or we're trying to get to the fifth. Yes, we are in the third. We really don't want to deal with the fourth.
How
The
come?
fifth is crossed over loved ones. Yes, it is possible. And people are going to become more aware, just like what Tanya was saying about it's like we have been brainwiped. And that is true. We are, in order to have this experience in the third dimension, which is a linear experience. It's our past, our present, and our future. We are on a number line. In order for us to have this experience, we have to be brainwiped. But we are beginning, and we do, as we age, we remember who we are. That is why we are attracted to spiritual work. But yes, when you access the sixth dimension, that's the place of the circle. And that's where time is circular. It's like you can be on the circle at any specific time. Does that make sense? I know it's really far out and it's hard
like
to
that's where I'm living.
and talk about in like a
You
minute.
can be in the circle at any specific time. Does that mean past, present, future? Is that what you're talking about? So you can go back and forth?
So you can go back and forth, and that's how it works. And yes, Tanya is right. Some folks know how to do this. When portals are open, I've got one right outside my front door, and my doorbell camera catches orbs flying in and out and ETs going in and out. I've posted them on my channel. And I wish I want to share my videos like you're doing on StreamYard here, because I want to be able to talk about them, because I don't think people really see the beings that are there. But yes, anyway, that's another.
No, we can jump around the world.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Jen.
Yeah.
Okay. Recently, when it's like when I look at people, I can see past the mask. Are you able to see like people's, like, I'll just call it essence?
Yes.
The ones that are, and I don't know if this is, I kind of feel like when it happens to me, because sometimes I feel like I'm kind of a derp sometimes, but I feel like when it happens to me, I'm like the last one to know about it.
Right. Well, do you think you're seeing their essence, or do you think you're seeing their higher self?
I think I'm seeing who they are.
Right, the higher self, like the aspects. When we talk about our aspects, like there's different, like there's our aspects when we talk about psychiatry. There's our aspects when we talk about past lives. But when we talk about our aspects in a dimensional conversation, that is getting to our higher self. It's your conscious to your subconscious to your higher self, your physical and your energy bodies. So yeah, Tanya, I would absolutely not be surprised if you have that ability to line up. When I'm working with someone and doing readings with people, I am seeing, that's why I'm called a dimensional channeler. I see your different dimensions. I see where things have been skewed, right? What it is that you need to, or would help to line you back up in a sense.
Oh my God. Hold on, because I feel like you're talking right to me, because I mean, I really feel this. If you can see my face, because my face, and Deann, you look at me every Friday.
Yep.
Everything about my face has changed. It's like I don't line up. My left and right side aren't lining up anymore. It's like, and this has happened a couple of times. My chin, I had a heart-shaped face. I had a pointy chin. Now I've got my daddy's chin. It's like I am metamorphosing my color. Look it's winter. there's no sun, but my face is darker than the rest of me. And it wasn't 2 weeks ago. And this is, I mean, I've had the headaches, the ear ringing. I actually, and this is going to sound weird, so y'all bear with me. I am in a phase of expansion, I am being told. So I was like, I don't want to get fat again, so let me get taller. And I feel like I'm getting taller.
Well, I'm gonna have to be pretty dang tall. I have to be one of those Tartarian tall.
Well, my baby boy is 6'9".
Oh,
Oh wow!
wow.
So
Are
Why
you
not?
tall, Tanya? I mean, are
I'm
you?
5'9".
Oh, you are. Okay. Yeah.
So, but
Wow.
I mean, that's not tall. I mean, there's lots of folks taller than me, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally, and it's my eyes have changed. The color and the pupil, my pupils have gotten interesting. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's going on, and I feel like whatever is coming next, my body is preparing for it.
Ooh, cool.
Because
Well, they were
something is
saying
coming, and
some
something
people
is
will do
coming
that.
rather
Their
quickly.
hair will be different, or their face will be different, and does that come with like shifting timelines because you can physically change, or or they said people that used to like you won't like you, or used to love you don't love you, or just what I mean, just like something's different. You're in like almost in a different place. And I wonder, how do you know if you have switched to a different timeline? Is it like what you're
I
saying?
think
This
the
physical?
frequency is a big thing, because you can only resonate with people who, like Jen said, are vibrating at your level. If somebody is not vibrating with you, you will not mesh. You cannot. You can only vibe with those people who are on the same level and frequency that you are on. Now, you can change your frequency if you're open and you are working on it and you are receptive. That is the biggest thing about being receptive. You cannot, in this line of work, have a closed mind. If you have a closed mind, you can't go anywhere.
So yeah, it's really interesting. Listening, as Dennis asked, does the third dimension crash? And do you know what burn? I'm thinking he meant burn in August, when the age of Aquarius finally begins.
That'll be April.
So what does this mean? You guys, can you explain to me this age of Aquarius? I've been hearing everybody talk about it, and I don't quite understand. Like I said, a lot of this is new to me.
Right.
We just left the age of Pisces, the age of the fish, the Christ era. Let's just put it into words that people can understand. We left the Pisces. We have moved into Aquarius, because the regular clocks don't go forward, they go backwards. So we're not going from Pisces to Aries. We're going from Pisces, which is the 12th house, to Aquarius.
Well, this lady says, Lori says, my great-granddaughter's eyes have changed to the shape of a cat eye. She's 19 months old, and I'm understanding what's happening. So that's... Oh, you were talking, Jen, about portals. This has nothing to do with it, but I was told I have a dog, and she was seeing stuff in my basement, and she was barking at it and staring at it and stiffening up. And somebody told me if she does it again, take a picture. And I was in my bedroom and I took a picture, and I seen two beings there. One was tall with fingers like this and just tall, and the other one was a small creature at the end of my bed. Well, I thought, what in the heck? So it didn't scare me. It just, what? And then so I started taking more pictures the next day, and I sent them to Tanya. She says, you have a disco thing in your room. There was orbs flying everywhere. And a lady that is a numerologist here, she does things like that, kind of takes away spirits from. Anyway, I showed her a picture. She said that there was she did, what do you call it, where you go out of your body to look, remote viewing. She said that there was a portal behind my house. And so so there are different spirits that come in and out of my house, and they take things too. I can put something in the middle of this desk. I could take this and put it right in the middle. I did this last week, and it was gone the next day. Not on the floor, not in any of the drawers, gone. And so I asked my guide, I said, it's on it. Is somebody did a spirit take that from me? Because I feel like they're playing jokes. And I got yes. And I said, would you tell them to put it back, please? And the next morning I came, it was back. And me and PD, we were counting all our little lids, how many we had, and we had like 24. I put them in the drawer. Nobody, I have no kids here, no grandkids. Nobody came over. Next day she came over, there was 12. It's like, how did they disappear? Nobody touched them. My brother has come here, laid his beer on the table, go in the other room. It's gone, never to be found again. So it's just odd. So is this these spirits coming from the portal in and out to my house, just playing jokes?
Yep. Yeah.
But they don't have to go through a portal. There are so many entities that are already on this plane. Remember, I was telling you about them borrowers, the
Yes.
things, and those things are real all over the place. That little tiny, fairies exist. The little borrowers that just steal your keys and move it around and mess with you. That stuff really exists. And all the stuff that they told us was a fairy tale, we're going to find out was real. They made us stop believing in real magic, and they put their fake magic that does not work in front of us. They changed the tones of music to break our connection to each other. And this is what people don't understand. With the frequency changes of the music and the tones and everything, what they destroyed was us vibrating as one cellular unit. And they did that. They destroyed our connection with each other so that they could keep us fighting to keep us under control. If we could stop listening to mainstream music. I have been listening to Native American powwow music. I don't know why, but I love it. And it is like just pure and throat singing.
I love that. That's weird, but I love it.
Where people are making the music with their own bodies or just with a drum and a beat and their voices. There is something right now that is so spiritual about it. If y'all have it, it's called Hallucination. It's right here on YouTube. HALUCINATION. And it's a Native American playlist of powwow music.
Yeah,
I listen to it too. I listen to that. I listen to binaural beats. I listen to the Viking kind of music. I listen to the drum. I love drums. And she says, divide and conquer. Yeah, that's what they try to do. That's why they want the, Republicans, Democrats, migrants, this person, they separate us into little groups where we're easier to control. Vivian says, this happened to my friends. Experiences have gone through these same things. They have identified them as fairies. I know Irish grandma said her mom believed in the fairies. They were from Ireland, and she definitely believed in them. And you know what? I used to think this was impossible. And Jen, I'll tell you what, if I would have heard you talk years ago, I would have thought she was crazy. I would have thought she was crazy. And if I looked at me, I'd think I was crazy, because all this stuff about fairies and spirits and ETs, and I would think, these people are a little out there, and because I was brought up to not believe in any of those things. I was brought up that all that is make believe, and if you believe in that, if you believe in UFOs, and then all of a sudden our own government says, yeah, there's a UFO. They used to tell you we're crazy. People have cameras now. They're getting pictures. Those Ring doorbells are getting pictures of things that they didn't get before. So they can't deny it anymore. So we know that they're lying to us. So they have to throw us a bone. Yeah, there may be some on it, but they know what they are. They're lying to us. They know what they are. They said there's about 59 different species or something that they know about of ETs. Something like that is what I heard from somebody who worked in that arena and is now coming out. And just like the ice wall, they covered that up. A guy in the 1940s, he flew over there and he met with other beings, and there was a whole city of crystals, and he came back and told them all about it. They said, this is confidential information, don't say anything. And on his deathbed, his nephew found his diary, and that come out. So this stuff's starting to come out, and we're starting to be awakened and believe in it. But now you can tell me anything. And I'd be like, well, probably true. I don't have anything. You can say, yeah, well, there was an elf standing on my roof. Oh, really? I believe in magic now. I believe in anything because I think that I realize how much me and Tanya talked about, how much did we learn in school was lies, was what they wanted us to believe. They teach us what they want us to believe because they're burning books now. If they're burning books now, they're trying to get people to forget history. So how many times have you forgotten it?
They did that during our childhood too. They burned books. So every time, think about it. We all of us have got to be the same age. They were burning books when we were still in high school. In the 80s, they started burning books because we were becoming us 80s Madonna kids were way too liberal.
Yep.
And you got to think who we had in the limelight then. We had George Michael and Boy George. So we had a gay icon and a transgendered icon. And the same people who went through the 80s and loved Culture Club and loved George Michael are some of the same people who right now are victimizing their grandchildren for being gay and bi and trans, when literally the 1980s kids are the ones who made that crap popular.
Right.
It was us. And they tried to shut us down. But we resisted, we fought back. And now the kids of today are going to do the exact same thing. And I think I'm going to jump into politics real quick. That's why people don't have to worry about November. Okay? Because the kids can't afford to move out and they want to. They are not going to vote for the orange demon. And they will vote.
Now, Lori says the frequency used for radio is disruptive frequency. It was set in that level on purpose. I've heard that they have frequencies that they use to kind of, I don't know if it's control or what it is.
Yeah, mind control.
Yeah.
I mean,
The TV, the radio, your phone is taking pictures of you even when you're not taking pictures. It just is always every 5 seconds, every time you're looking at it, it's taking pictures. And I think they've made us, have you noticed how we went from having none of this technology when we grew up, playing outside and all that, jacks, jump rope, playing on our bikes, and then all of a sudden now all the kids want to do is look at the phones, play with the games, watch the TV. There's no outside. There's no getting out in nature. There's no kids on the playground. It's like, and I think they want it that way.
Yes.
They're controlling the young people's minds, and they're addicted to these things so much so that if you try to take it away from them, they'll have a hissy fit. I mean, like,
adults are too. And what are they talking about right now? Everybody's talking about when the EMP happens. Everybody is talking about the electromagnetic pulse that is supposed to be imminent. What is the first thing that is going to be knocked out? And they're talking about for months.
Internet,
all Wi-Fi. We're trying to be a cashless society. You can't use your credit card if you can't use the ATM reader.
Yeah. Yeah, see, this is what we do, Jen. It starts out to be about one subject, and then it leads to another. It leads to another, and we go down the little rabbit hole, and we just keep going down the rabbit hole and here and there. And it's fun because our intention, like last week, was mermaids, and then we start thinking mermaids, and then the ice wall, and then it's fun. It's just Friday fun. Okay. So Blue says, as a teenager, I had a friend who lived down the street from the Golden State Killer before he was caught. I used to get sick to my stomach and feel ice cold if we got near this house. Yeah, is that I've noticed that too. You can go certain places and feel energy. You were talking about something that I wanted to ask you about energy, if that is like why you meet people. And sometimes you meet somebody and you feel like I met Tanya, feel like I've known her my whole life, just
Right.
automatically connected to her. Just she's my friend right now. It's like I've known her forever. And then other people I'll meet and it's like they repel me. And I
Mhm.
really don't want anything. It's not I don't like them. I just don't trust them. Whatever. It's just like a magnet, two ends of a magnet going this way. And,
Mhm.
and so is that because they're on a different frequency than you?
Right. And it's also because your dimensional selves they're interacting. You know how you'll be like, oh, I just don't know about that guy. I just don't know. Or just like you said, I feel so comfortable, like I've known you forever. And it's all this is happening in other dimensions, our dimensional selves.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Does
Yeah,
that
it
make
makes
sense?
me think of, and tell me if this makes any sense because it could be just totally out there because now I've gotten out in the rabbit hole with everybody else. But it's like when the kids play a game, a video game, they can go this way or they can shoot the guy or they can do this or they can do that. Or if they're playing a mystery game, go down this hall or you can go down this hall. And whatever choice you make, something different happens if you do this, something different happens if you do that. But the game has all the possibilities in the game.
Yes.
So it's in there, whatever possibility you could, whatever choice you make in the game, different things going to happen. So it almost makes me think of life, like there's all these possibilities that we have a choice and there's multiple possibilities. And I wonder if that has something to do with the shifting timelines or something.
Yes. It's the economy.
Okay.
I want to say something to you, Deann.
Yes.
Do you have a little light or something that's flashing because you have had either a little orb or a little white light that has been dancing around you for most of the light? When I've been staring like this, I've been seeing it look like a little disco ball in front of you.
My sister, I think. My sister
Probably.
Donna, it was her birthday yesterday, and it was her birthday on Valentine's Day, and I was missing her, and I went on the Irish Granny, and so we were singing happy birthday to her. I got flowers for her, and it was my brother Dave's, but my sister Donna is one of my guides because I asked her to be, and she says she is, and so she helps me make my oils. She's one of my guides, but I'm going to say, I asked my pendulum if it's her. It says yes. I feel like it's her. I think she is around me a lot lately.
Well, she was a flashy one, wasn't she? She liked to be seen because she has been sparkling right in front of below your chin and above your chest. Watch the film, watch it back, and see how many times you've got sparkles going across you.
Well, she was blind in one eye and she was almost blind in the other. She went to the school for the blind. She had the thickest glasses and contacts made. She still held stuff up to here. So when I would buy her a ring or buy her something, she wanted big rings and big stuff. And her house, when you'd go in it at Christmas, it looked like Christmas vacation inside her house. And she just, because she couldn't see, she wanted things bright and she wanted color and she wanted the big ring so she could see it, So that makes sense that she would be flashy, So it's already been an hour, and I know, Jen, we kind of got off topic, but I was having fun talking about that. This is what we do. Like next week, we're going to we'll do something else, and we'll start off talking about that, and then, like I said, we go down the rabbit hole, and this leads to that, leads to this. But I tell you, it is so cool that I have met you guys because I never would have thought I'd been here. And the weird thing is my close friends, and I'm still close friends with my friends. I still love them. But there are people that I feel like they don't get me anymore. And I can't explain myself to them anymore. And I see things so much different than I seen them before. And I feel like I'm a different person in just a year's time. And so that when we talk about shifting timelines, it makes me feel like I'm not who I was 5 years ago. I mean, I'm not even the same person, not even close. Right. And so I don't know. I'm grateful that I met all you guys because it's opened my mind. It's opened me, like I said, tarot. Would have never thought I'd do tarot. Would have never thought I'd be doing the things I'm doing, but I'm enjoying it. And it's just, now I'm down the rabbit hole and I like it. So we decided to do this every Friday because it's such a nice change to hang out with everybody and talk about our supernatural, paranormal, whatever topics. Like last week was mermaids and it was fun. And we had Miss Tarot D. Come on. She's a drag queen. She had purple hair and big pink glasses. It was so cute. We had so much fun.
Oh,
But
fun.
before we go, you guys, I want to tell everybody in here, thank you for coming and hanging out, because we really enjoy hanging out with you. It's fun. And I know we may start on one topic and go to 6 others, but that's what we do when we're sitting in the living room with friends talking. So I appreciate you guys coming here. And before we go, I want to tell you, Tanya, you tell them real quick about your stuff you do, your sachets and stuff. She makes the best sachets. I'm going to let you know who didn't see it before, so you know now before we go.
All right. I'm going to throw in a commercial. All
Yes,
right.
you have to.
Guys, I make sachets, room sprays, and bath bombs. I make them to order. Nothing is bulk made. What you ask for, I will create for you. Right now, I have a special, a 1-hour reading, a 4-ounce room spray of whatever you want. Protection, bitch be gone, money draw, love, whatever you need. I will craft it for you, specifically for you. And you will also get a sachet for $100. And if you don't want a sachet, you can get a 4-bath brew that you can drop one in for your weekly spiritual bath.
Yep.
At psychictanya9@gmail.com.
And I'll say to you guys before I go that go check out the mymanifestshop.com in the description thing. I do the same thing when I make these oils. I make them. It takes me 30-45 minutes to make one oil when I custom make the oils. Oh, you got your amethyst. Yeah, this is my amethyst for the psychic enhancement. And this one I've got for grounding with the red jasper, and black onyx for the black obsidian, pardon me. That's for the protection. But we've got luck and money. That's our new one. Psychic enhancement with the amethyst. I can't talk anymore, but it's not something I'm just throwing in a bottle and throwing crystals in there. It takes me a long time. I tailor them to you. I ask the guys what oils you need, what crystals you need, and I tailor make them for the custom oils. And then we have seasonal oils that I do the same thing. They have multiple oils in them, but they are just kind of a universal. So anyway, and then Jen, you have classes and all kinds of stuff you do, and she's the crystal lady.
Yeah. So right now we've got the heart still doing love 11 will get you 11% off any of the heart shapes. So I've got bowls of hearts and selenite. We've got amazonite and opal dendrite, carnelian in the hearts. Then I've got like big hearts. I've got carnelian and citrine. And we had a pretty good run on them from Valentine's Day, but we've still got some more. So if you'd like,
I use that carnelian in the
that
aphrodisiac
so
oil.
you like this one?
Oh,
I do. What is that?
This is carnelian. I've got
it looks different when it's all solid than it does when I have it in my broken up.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Oh, I know what you would like, Tanya. Oh my gosh. This is for you, sweetie. Hold on. This is totally you.
What is that?
This is Septarian. It's called the dragon's egg.
Oh, that is neat.
That's cool. Isn't
that you? You like that, don't you?
Like space. It looks like space.
Yeah, that's totally you. This is another heart I got.
Shoot, I'm vibing with this Merlinite right here. This is like my favorite stone right
I
now.
want to get one of those. I had my carnelian here. I don't know what I left that downstairs.
Ooh.
Isn't that beautiful? This is
That is
jasper.
pretty.
So
I
jasper
like
is an emotional stone, and it's about new beginnings. It's like clearing out. So this is the stone for March.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna
Okay.
do a jasper show, so we can talk about jasper, and I'll show you good.
Yeah, I use the red jasper and the grounding oil. Kind of when I'm feeling like anxious or.
But these are jasper. Isn't that cool? This
Oh,
is
that looks different. That almost looks like an eye.
called the green dot.
Oh,
And
I
blue
like
in the
the
back.
side of it. I like that blue swirl. Oh, that's pretty.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is for you, Tanya. You're more desert. Use
She lives in the
connect with your
desert.
psychic.
Oh, though I love those brown colors.
Yeah, I love
That is
this
so
one.
pretty.
I think you told me
It looks like a
labradorite for
planet.
me a long time ago.
Labradorite?
Yeah, that's one I like.
You got to see my Sasquatch labradorite. I love this.
Oh, a Sasquatch?
Oh, that is
Oh,
awesome.
Do you see him?
wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. I'll get it just right so you can see him walking.
Wow. That is crazy.
Too cool. Where'd you get that one at the gym show?
Yeah, but I mean, this is what Kamula. So I saw Sasquatch when I was a little girl, and I saw the mother and twins.
Really? Do you think
Yeah, when I
Sasquatch?
was
I think it's I
backpacking
don't know, but
out
I
in
think he's an
the
ET,
forest.
a form of an ET that maybe he has portals or can cloak himself or something. I
Oh
wonder.
my God, yeah, they're 25th dimension.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do a whole
I
series.
did a reading on him once, and I got that he was a form of an ET, and that he had a
Yes.
portal, and that he could cloak himself, and that sometimes you catch him off guard when he's not cloaked, and people see him.
Yeah, but he loves labradorite. So it's really cool that, I mean, this is exactly what he looks like. On my website, you can see this picture better. It's very clear.
That is.
But
Do you think
yeah,
you'll go into
if you're a reader, you need labradorite. This is moonstone.
Oh, I had a moonstone ring. I lost it, but I love that.
Yeah,
I just
this
got
is fun.
peach
Remember we
moonstone.
talked
It
about
is so
Merkbah?
powerful.
Is that obsidian or
This is a Shungite Merkabah.
Shungite?
Shungite.
Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
little ones of those in the shop.
Shungite that blocks radiation and all these frequencies. It helps protect your body from these ultra low radio waves.
Yeah, and so it's good to have on your desk. Good to have by the TV. Yeah.
Got it on
Very
the back
good.
of my phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
I was told, I got something like that for my phone when I was in. Where was I? I was in Nevada. Somebody gave me something like that, and it was a pyramid thing too that was made of all different crystals and stuff. And I put it in my car. Because it's a small space when I have my phone, because I listen to my music with my phone in there. But I don't know. But I heard of that certain crystals will help with the electromagnetic frequencies. And that you have to be careful of that. They said not to listen, which I just found I've been doing too, not to look at your phone when it's charged, because it puts out a whole bunch of radiation.
Yeah,
like
when
have
it's
a
charged.
cord and be watching it.
Oh, while
Like you're
it's
charging
charging,
it?
you mean, or
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
I guess the radiation level goes like through the roof compared to when it's not. And my daughter said I should keep the phone in another room even, which is hard.
Well, get a Shungite bracelet.
Yeah.
Get a Shungite bracelet so to put on the hand that you hold your phone in.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, and you want to wear it on your earlobes.
Yeah.
And it'll clear it out of your.
Oh, that's smart.
I always wear black, Shungite on my ears, or black tourmaline will do the same thing.
We have one rock shop here, just one crystal shop. And I go in there and my husband, he don't want to go with me anymore because he can't get me out of there. I'm like, ooh, look at this, look at that, look at this, ooh, look at this. And he's like, are you ready yet? Are you ready yet? Because he doesn't care, and he has to drag my butt out. So I decided I'd go by myself and I can take all the time I want.
Come to Vegas. We got every rock you can
I'm
imagine.
coming to Vegas. I'm going to come see you.
Are you in Vegas?
Uh,
Oh, cool.
Yep, and you're in New Mexico, right? So you got
No,
all
you're
those
right next
beautiful
door.
mountains. Huh?
Right next door.
Right next door.
And I'm
Yeah.
in old snowy Illinois. So
Oh. Have you been having snow?
we have snow today, and then next week it's going to be in the 60s.
Yeah.
In February. I was telling Tanya, when I was a kid, we'd walk to school and it was up to our knees in snow all February for sure.
Right. Yeah.
And now we don't hardly have any snow. We've had 2 days of fair snow. It wasn't terrible,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just wait for it to melt. So I'm not going to shovel it. I'm just going to stay in the house. When it melts, then I'll go out. I need to move where you guys are, someplace warm. I drove through New Mexico and those mountains. It was hard to drive because I'm driving going, ooh, oh, watch the road. Ooh, watch the road.
I know it's so
wanted to
beautiful.
New
look.
Mexico is much better than driving through Texas because Texas is just road.
Oklahoma's just red dirt. I got to drive through there, just red dirt. And New Mexico was beautiful. And all the Native American shops they had there and the crystal stuff there. I loved it. I thought about moving there.
You got to go to New Mexico during chili season when they're selling that hatch chili.
The hatch? Oh, there you go.
Now my 60th birthday is this year, and that's what Dale's going to take me for my 60th birthday. He's going to take me to Mexico. So that's where I'm going to go.
Awesome.
So I'll find out if I can get hatch chili. I've not heard of that, so I'll try.
Oh, the green chilies. Yeah. Yummy, yummy.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I won't keep you guys. I could talk to you guys all day, and you guys in the chat, you thought we were leaving. Ha ha. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Tanya. And thank you, everybody in the chat. And we will see you later. We'll see you next Friday, okay? Bye-bye. Visit these ladies. Like and subscribe to them. Don't forget. And me too. Okay, bye-bye.